if you will check and see if I'm live.
Mm-hmm.
So I could just we just checking the feed real quick.
Mm-hmm. Live.
Okay, come. So like yeah, Satan hate. It's gonna be one of them days, I guess. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Kakodash.
Kakadash.
Double honor to our apostles, a great millstone that rule with honor, with diligence. Honor to you brothers out there pushing this truth in love and sincerity. Wake up the elect. Peace be to the elect. You know, those out there, preaching and teaching, those out there that are listening and learning. Peace be unto you. May the Lord have mercy on you and your families in these evil times that we're living in. And this is just, a quick live show. You know, I got one of the young up and coming officers under my Shapat. I got the brother
Shaki.
and we just gonna get into it, man. Let no man take your crown, man. You know, we've worked, over the years, so like over the years, brothers have worked hard and been diligent to attain this knowledge and be where at this point where we're at and built up in the faith, built up in the spirit, you know. It hasn't been an easy road, man. We've endured all kind of hardships to get here. So right now we're at the end of this. We're about to see the fall of this current evil, wicked world, man. And Satan's going to come with even more temptations, man. You know, um, I got the preset that you wanted. Yeah, Baba Kushab. We're gonna start there.
This is Revelations 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah. So because we've kept this word true, and also you brothers, you probably didn't know all the truth, and you said something that was off, and the brother corrected you, but you didn't take it to heart. You just was like Khan, the water. You brothers that can accept reproof. You know, that's a part of enduring to the end, man. But go ahead.
It says, Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Yeah, hold fast that which y'all has, and no man take that crown, man. You know, like we wanna finish this. We wanna see this through. We want to finish this. This is the most important thing on the planet. This is the most important job on the planet. You know, and it's not just a job. It's part of our heritage. It's bringing our people into the reality that we are the sons of the living power. The words in the scriptures are speaking of us. The Lord is coming back to save us. We're the ones that need saving. The other nations look down on us. You know, everybody profits off of us. These people look at us like we're no people. But the Lord looks at us like we're the sons and the daughters of living power. You know?
Got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
This is Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power.
Yep. In the place where it's gonna be said that we ain't the Lord's people, eventually it's gonna be said that we are the sons of the living God. Because you know why? Because in this coming time of hardship, the Lord is going to show His power through us. And I always say this: the Lord likes to show His power through what may seem insignificant. Right now, the children of Israel, the the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and the confusion of faces that come of them, whether they look like Chinese, white people, you know, or other nations, you know, but Israelites, they are at the bottom, you know. But the scriptures say the last should be first and the first should be last. So even though we don't see it now, we have to have patience. Uh, 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 um, I think you probably know where I'm going. Scriptures say, "Woe to you that lost patience." You know,
Sirach, the second chapter.
yeah. Luke 21:19, and your patience possess you your souls. You know, it's another one that I wanted to get.
They said, brother on there said the sound is very low. Let me see.
So like, we're trying to see what's going on with the sound. You checking it?
So,
Yeah. But yeah, Salakia, yeah, Salakia, you know, um, we is your phone all the way high?
it's low.
Well, the Salakia, man, you know, Barbecue Shop, please bear with us. Um, I I don't know why the sound would be low, you know, but you know, it's just, you know, Satan hating. That's all. You know,
Oh, too. Damn.
it's just Satan hating, bro. You know, that's the thing. That's the thing, man. When you're doing this work, you gonna see resistance. That's how you know. Yeah, that's how you know that it's just, hey. That's how you know that hey, the spirit of the Lord is working, man. Because whenever the spirit of the Lord is working, there's always resistance. You know, whenever the spirit of the Lord is moving, there's always resistance. There's always a force fighting against you. You know, so it's cool, man. Hey, let him do what he gonna do, man. Hopefully, you brothers that can hear it can hear it. You know, Abaratazar, you know, I pray, you know, that the Lord remove Satan. You know, that the Lord rebuke Satan. You know, and remove him. You know,
Can brothers let us know if it's still bad? Because on my phone, it seems like it's good. At the same time, I don't know.
yeah. Well, you can hear it a little bit, but you know, Abaratazar, brothers, you know, bear with us, man. You know, the scriptures say, "Be continual with a godly man, whose mind is like that man, who will sorrow with thee." You know, so please, you know, suffer with us, you know, as we, you know, continue on in the scriptures. Hopefully, the Lord clear up the volume issue.
You gonna?
But
You still got more?
no, that was it. I pretty much made the point with that.
You want to second precept?
Yeah, Second Ezra is that the one? Second Ezra 14. Well, sure.
Second Ezra 14 and verse 13. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
Yep. They comfort such as them that be in trouble. That's all of Israel. We all need Yahweh Shai. We all in trouble. Whether you know you don't have to be sitting in a prison cell to be in trouble. It's evident that this kingdom is trying to destroy the people. You know, it's evident that we need deliverance. We need salvation. We need peace. You know, it's evident that these people that's ruling over us are not righteous. And now they're being put in positions to further oppress us, to further make our lives hard. You know, Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Verse 14, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature.
Yeah, it said, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off the weak nature. You know, coming into these times are going to be increasingly hard. So we can't have a weak nature in these times that we're living in, you know. But we got to be firm, man. You know, we got to be firm in the spirit, man. Firm in your how about Shemi Awashai, this truth. Neglect not your confidence, man. Hey, we got the spirit of the Lord with us, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Yeah, set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. Hey, the scriptures say, hold on, let me yeah, I just refreshed it. Wait, hold on. Try to refresh. Hold on. Hold on. Let me turn the Bluetooth off too. Yes, Salakia. Hopefully that's better. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's just Satan, man. You know. Uh um, you know, set aside the things that are heavy for thee, man. You're gonna go through hard things, man. You know, but hey, this world is but for a moment, man. This world ain't gonna last forever. You know, we're not gonna always be in this current present evil world. But we're waiting on a king to where and dwell in righteousness, man. The Lord is about to deliver us from this place. So you're gonna suffer hard things that are they're gonna test your mettle. You're gonna suffer hard things that are gonna test your faith. You know, and you have to be able to endure those things and not turn your back on the Lord. Consider Job and all he went through, the things that he suffered. You know, we're gonna we're gonna have to endure hard things as well, according to our spirit and what we can endure, because the Lord ain't gonna put more on us than we can bear. You know, but we're gonna have to suffer hard things. This life that we're living right now is consistently getting harder and harder, and eventually, you know, when they release this MOTB, which is on having good forward progress right now. When it gets released and pushed on the populace, man, things are going to get really hard. You know. Um,
I got a little bit more.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It says, verse 15 again. I don't know if I read it again. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Yep. Hey, set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to flee from these times, man. The scriptures say, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you." You know. Go ahead. Read verse 16.
It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Yep. So we're gonna see greater evils that we've already suffered. So like it. We're gonna see greater evils than we've already endured that are gonna come into play. And it's Satan, man. Like it's really Satan really trying to run interference, man. It's okay though, man. Like Satan gonna do what he gonna do. Satan gonna keep Satan in. You know. You got something more.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 4 and verse 14. Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahushua, the son of Yahweh, let us hold fast our profession.
Yeah, let us hold fast your profession, man. You know, you know, hey, you got to stand, man, regardless of what comes your way, man. No matter what, you know, this thing that we joined into, we have to be prepared to go through whatever we're gonna go through before we signed up for this. We learned that we will substrate things and hope for wide. You know, straight means difficult, hard. You know.
I got another one.
Mm-hmm.
This is Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things.
Mm-hmm.
The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
You can break it down, bro.
So yeah, man, that city, all right, that's full of all good things. That's the kingdom of heaven. All right, that's to come. All right, after Babylon the Great, is destroyed. All right, guess what? The kingdom of heaven is going to be set up, here on this earth. And guess what? It's going to be full of blessings. That's going to be when Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, blesses us fully. Without having to put any curses on us. Because we're going to be totally under the new covenant, in the new bodies, all right, unable to sin. So if we're unable to sin, the Lord is, he's gonna constantly bless us.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn the car on. Everybody keeps saying the volume is low, so hopefully we can pick up through the speaker in the car, and it's just Satan, brothers. Like how that go. Brothers know how that go, man. It's just this devil, he just wants to win. Hold on, let me connect to the radio. I should have had it on anyway. Yeah, so hopefully brothers can hear us clearer now. I had to turn the car on. But yeah, man, it's just this Satan fucking with a fucking. Hey, this my page has been getting fucked with, you know, for the last couple of months now. It's been hard for me to go live at the camp. Like it's just the buffering. Can't hook up to the internet modem. And, it's just Satan, bro. But fuck Satan. We gonna do what we gonna do, man. Go ahead.
It says the entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there was a like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. So yeah, man. So getting into the kingdom of heaven, it's not an easy thing. All right, it's a thing of you know consistently walking on that narrow path. That narrow path is a uh, position of difficulty. And then Yahweh Shemel Shah, he's going to consistently, test you to see, are you fit, to inherit, my kingdom, to inherit these heathens, to inherit the earth, to reign with Yahweh Shah. Because hey, reigning with Yahweh Shah, that ain't nothing light, you know.
Yeah,
that ain't nothing you could just just say I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and you just staying on the same level. Now you got to consistently show the Lord that, hey, this is what I want. So you're gonna change.
Yep. Yep. You're gonna fully submit yourself. You know, this worldly pride stops people from submitting themselves to the Lord. You know, this worldly pride. That's why the Lord hates pride. Because this earthly pride, takes away the position for people to hear themselves. Hey, can you brothers hear us clearer? Let us know if you can hear us clearer. Abaratazar, brothers can hear us. Yeah, Esau hate when the words comes out, man. Exactly. Hey, shalom to you, brothers and sisters on the comment board.
Shalom.
Yep, that's how that do sound a little bit better. You know. Hey, is it more to that?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. It says,
You got it, bro.
and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. So yeah, man, your salvation only is you're not going to be able to count on another brother. You know, it's going to be only through your actions. You know, but just you gotta make sure that you're walking on that straight path. And that straight path is discipline. Not giving over to the cares of this life. All right, not overindulge into your woman. All right, because those are the things. Those things, it will lead you to stray away from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And if you're straying away from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Lord say He's a jealous God.
Yeah.
So if you're making the Lord jealous, guess what? He that means He gonna destroy you.
Yeah. You got to learn how to balance out this life. This life is full of vanity anyway. But you gotta learn balance, and that's what's hard. That's kind of hard, man. But it's okay, man. You learn as you go. You know, if you're going off, if you're a man of the Lord gonna send a brother to you to tell you, look, hey, you need to fix this. Or the Lord gonna have a brother do a lesson, and that lesson gonna hit you. The Spirit gonna press that lesson heavy in your mind. Hey, look, you need to fix this. And that's not a bad thing when the Spirit corrects you, man. But go ahead.
It says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the dangers set before it, how shall you receive this inheritance?
Yeah, how are you gonna receive this inheritance if you can't pass the danger that's set before it? Can you get James 1:12? Yeah, Salakia. Hopefully, because sometimes my lessons do this sometimes, and hopefully, when we get done with the lesson and it uploads, then the volume situation is fixed. It's just Satan, and it could be a test for y'all. It could be a test. Are you going to listen to the lesson? Hey, who knows? Hey, we're talking a lot about enduring. It could be a test.
It is definitely working out your patience right here.
Yeah. It is what it is. You know what? The angels hear it, so you're not gonna worry about it, man. The angels, the Lord hear it, But you got it.
James 1:12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Yeah. Blessed is the man that endured temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life for them that love him, man. So, hey, we gotta endure all this shit that we go through in this life. It's continuous, it's hard, it's not always easy. Sometimes it's hard, but if you endure it, you strengthen your bond with Yahweh Shai even more. Go ahead.
That was it on the James.
Yeah, that was it.
This is 1 Peter 4 and verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Yeah, some strange thing. Oh, I shouldn't be going through this. I shouldn't have to go through this. No, bro, you got to go through that. You got to endure it. Because it's a fiery trial, man. It's coming to test you. It's coming to see where you stand. Are you deserving of this power that the Lord is about to give you? Can the Lord trust you to be on his side no matter what? What does it Job say? The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. If the Lord take away from you, can he trust you to endure it? You know?
I got something else
Mm-hmm.
real quick. It's Sirach 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Yeah, the Lord is proving us. Hey, if we want to be the Lord's friends, shalom, shalom. If we want to be the Lord's friend, I mean the Lord is proving us, man. You know, the Lord is going to prove you. He's going to try you. He's going to test you. You know, and you have to endure it. You know, the scriptures say a friend is born in adversity. I mean, it's known in adversity. Salaki. A friend is known in adversity. You know, so in your heavy times, when you're going through it, the friend is going to be right there with you. You know, he's going to suffer it with you, man. You know, so man, like we got to suffer adversity to get back in the Lord's good graces. You know, we got to continue to endure to get back in the Lord's good graces. You know, can you get Hebrews 12:2, Bible Kushar? Because you're gonna endure hardness, man. Like, but the thing is, you can't let that hardness push you out the truth. You know, you go through some hard shit. What you gonna do? You gonna turn your back on your how about Shai? What you gonna do, man? You gonna get weak, or you gonna endure it? Because the greater is the reward to them that endure it, man. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Bible Kushar.
Hebrews 12 and 2. Looking unto Yahushua the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross.
He said, for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. Yeah, he knew he was going to have to go up on that cross and suffer a gruesome death by the hands of these devils, you know? But the joy of what he was going to receive after he that happened to him, you know, to be absolved of the sin that he committed, you know, like the Lord committed sin as Adam, you know, but like, hey, like he was like, you know what, I'll do it because, you know, he was that sacrificial lamb because he had part in bringing sin into the earth, you know, but he suffered the greatest sacrifice, man, the hardest sacrifice ever committed among men. The Lord bared it on his shoulders, man. The Lord took it. And that was after he came and lived a perfect life in the will of Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, man. So he showed us that, look, it can be done. He led by example, you know? Go ahead.
It says, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh.
Yeah. He endured the shame. People spat on him, gave him vinegar. Are you thirsty? Gave him a cup of vinegar. People beat him, and he endured all that, you know, to sit at the right hand of the Father, man. You know? So we have to endure everything that's gonna come. This life, we're gonna inherit some stripes. You know, and as we read earlier, greater evils than these come hereafter. So we're gonna suffer some more heaviness. But we have to be fully persuaded in our mind to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We gotta be, man. That's the Lord is the only way out. You know? Go ahead. What verse you at?
You want verse 3?
Yeah, go ahead. Go all the way to 5.
Okay. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be worried and faint in your minds.
It says, consider him that endures such contradiction of sinners. People was talking shit, belittle them. You ain't the son of God. You them people over there, that you they son. You know? And consider what Yahweh Shai went through, lest ye get weary and faint in your mind. And none of us have suffered unto blood, right? Go ahead.
It says, "Ye have not yet resisted unto blood,
Ooh, boom. That's it.
striving against sin,
Mm-hmm.
and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him."
Yeah, don't get weak when the Lord rebuke you, man. Take it, man, because the Lord needs strong men. This society has done everything that it can to weaken us. So now we got to rise back into our strength and our power as men, as the future rulers of this present world. I mean, of this world, not this present world, but as the future rulers. Well, the future rulers of this present world, of this world. You know, Eventually we're gonna sit on thrones, man. Everything we suffered in this life is gonna melt away. Once we receive the kingdom. Hey, man, like I always say this, but like like you ever got with a chick that you like the chick, and the chick did you dirty, and you like fuck, man, you was all hurt and fucked up, and then you found a better, younger chick, more prettier chick, and you forget all about that bitch. You be like, I was fucked up over this. you know, that's how it's gonna be when we get in the kingdom, man. Hey, man, the Lord gonna bless us so much that we like a lot of this life. We not gonna be thinking about what happened to us in Babylon. It's gonna be so much glory in front of us, man. Like we're not gonna consider that shit. That life is gonna be over. This life right here is gonna be over. No more suffering, no more pain, no more being broke, paying goddamn bills. You know, no more wondering if somebody touching your kids. Wonder if your wife cheating on you. Wondering if you're gonna lose your job. You know, or they laying off. You gotta worry. This is why this life is full of toil and worry. You know, you got something? Or you,
We can go a little bit more down, but I got something too.
yeah. Let's go.
Hebrews 12:6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
Yeah, whom the Lord he chasten. He gonna scourge every son whom you see. That mean like you not gonna be able to live. You see all these people in the world. It's like they just do all the wicked shit they want, and it's like nothing bad ever happens to them. And then you forget and slip up, and commit something that's unworthy, and then the Lord be right on your ass, like pop, 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 pop. The Lord will beat your ass immediately. But that's not a bad thing. That means the Lord is his eyes is on you, man. And if the Lord got his eyes on you, man, that's a blessed place to be in, man. You got to be worried when the Lord turn his face from you. You know, and you sisters too, man. Like I was I was thinking this the other day. How the Lord gonna look out of heaven? You praying to the Lord. The Lord look down at you, and the first thing you see is your fucking titties. No father want to look down at his daughter, and the first thing he see is her fucking titties out. He's like, ugh. You know, you praying to dudes praying to the Lord. You busting a sag, you got your ass cheeks out. The Lord don't want to see that, man. I know that's off the topic, but like
It's being done.
yeah, man, like Like that's wicked, man. First thing the Lord see when He look at you is your body. Like, ugh, my goodness. I'm listening, but I can't even look at you. You know, or be like, just be like, you know what? Let me just do something else because this is too much.
That's how I thought. I was on the toilet. I was on the toilet. I was like, let me put a prayer button there. I was thinking like, oh, nah, I
Yeah,
don't want that.
yeah. You know, even though they, you know, you gotta consider like these clothes and shit are wicked anyway, man. Like, oh my god, bro, everything is wicked. All this shit is wicked, man. But the Lord deals with the men anyway, man. Like, you know, I know a lot of sisters ain't got husbands, but you know, in the Lord, you know, as long as you're trying to live right, you know, you could tell a sister that's really, you know, trying to live right because you're not gonna see her body like that, man. She's not gonna be talking about shalom, and then the first thing you see is cleavage. You know, that's not cool, man. Your husband's supposed to see that if you got one. Your husband's supposed to be the only one that see that, man. Like, you know, people don't understand that, man. I know it's off the topic, but you know, the Spirit had me say it, so I'm gonna say it. This is Revelations 2:25. It says, oh, did you was
I
holding
know
something?
you got it.
Revelations 2:25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. You know, so, you know, yeah, we catching hell, but we gonna, Lord's will, we're gonna rule in the kingdom to come. This world is gonna pass away. You know, this world is gonna be no more. And soon after this hell pass away, we gonna be in rulership positions. You know, and even the people that ain't in the truth right now are gonna be over these heathens. You know, but you know, like, you know, me, I'm you know, like, I'm kingdom minded. I want to be a part. I want to rule with Yahweh Shai, man. I want to be under his feet, man. I want to be right there when he's, you know, when he's giving out counsel, or like, damn, like, you know, sometimes, like, I've been in council among, you know, certain elders and great men, and like when they give counsel, I'll be like, damn, like it'd be so, man, like, like it'd be so edifying, man. It's like how they handle certain things. I'd be like wooed in the spirit, like, damn, man, man, like that was on point, man. That was perfect, you know. But it's just, like, man, we live, we give our life for this truth to serve Yahweh Shai. I want to be around them, man. You know, I want to be found acceptable. You know, to be in His presence, man. I want the Lord look. Nigga, I don't know you. Get away from me. You know, and that's how we all should think, man. We should all want to be found acceptable, to be in the Lord's presence, man. For the Lord to look at you and be like, I know you, man. You know, even though me, I'm a crazy dude. You that crazy dude in Indiana, man, but you was pushing the word, man. I appreciate that, man. You know, all the prophets are kind of like out of this world. All of us are kind of out of this world, man. We peculiar, man. Like we different, you know. But that's how it is. You got something.
Mm-hmm.
If you do, we can close on whatever you got.
Okay. First Peter 4:13. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Yahushua's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, hey, the sufferings that Yahushua, went through, guess what? at the end, he received his glory. He's able to sit, at the right hand of Yahweh. Guess what? Same thing with us. All right, we got to suffer now. All right, so we can be glorified. With him. So we can receive that honor.
Yep.
So hey, whatever you're going through, just keep on pushing. Cause hey, in the kingdom of heaven, hey, you gotta have stories to talk about.
Yeah.
It gotta be something written for you. Oh, you went through this. And you know, basically just kept on fighting. You kept on fighting for the name of Yahweh Shem Shah. You know,
Yeah, man. Like, just like when the Lord come, He's gonna put on that old body and we gonna mourn. But in the kingdom, the story's gonna be told about what the things that we suffered. And the people that wasn't with us, they gonna mourn like, damn, man, these brothers was going through all of that and still have faith. They're gonna be like, wow, man, like, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Shai for the prophets, man. You know, it ain't gonna be no like every dude you fucking meet, you got to compete with you. You got to one up you, and like you just trying to live your fucking life, and some jerk is trying to one. See, you wasn't able to do that. Like, bro, like, so, like, good, wonderful, bro. I'm just living my life, bro. Like, I don't care about this fucking world, man. You got Jakes out there that they got to compete with in order for them to feel accepted. They just got to outdo somebody. You know, but it is what it is, man. Like, you know, that shit don't affect us, bro. You know, but like, man, to be able to live at peace and enjoy our people, that's what we look forward to. To be able to enjoy our people, man. Our people are some amazing fucking people, man. Very talented, you know, beautiful, man. Like when Jake love right, it's beautiful, man. But when they push this fucking wicked Edomite spirit, man, that shit is ugly, man. And yeah, people need to be destroyed so they can be brought up right. So so this situation we're in can change. So these generational curses can be done away with. Hey, the truth is healing us. These scriptures are healing us. We're coming back into our glory of who we are, and we're learning to be more prestigious and more righteous because of these scriptures. The people that don't have these scriptures, they're gonna have to die and be brought up under men who are prestigious and righteous and upright, just, you know. So, you know, we want to be those men. We want to be those men that are upright, that are just, you know. So we got to hold on, man. So, hey, that's pretty much it, man. With that, we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles, honor to you brothers out there pushing the word, man. Shalom.
Shalom.